Angel Sprain. Subscribe now.
Top 34 iPhone X Pros and Cons You Don't Know. Apple's 10th anniversary iPhone X/8/Plus grabs the headlines these days. Since iPhone X/8 is a major upgrade of iPhone 7, upgrading to iPhone X will surely have many benefits. Much of the talk revolved around the absence of home button, OLED display, speedy wireless charging, etc., which aren't available in the previous models. Should you upgrade to the new iPhone X? Planned or not, the complete iPhone X pros and cons list will give you some clues. Part 1, General iPhone X Pros and Cons List. iPhone X Advantages, or Pros. 1. Retro all-glass body is one of the main iPhone X Pros users will favor. 2. Face ID facial recognition as an alternative to Touch ID. 3. iPhone X advantages over other phones, in part, by killing physical home button on its bezel-less display. 4. A dramatic advantages in iPhone X is the curved, edge-to-edge 5.8-inch OLED display with True Tone technology and /Orlon X glass. 5. Fast Wi-Fi wireless charging, probably using inductive power, is another big iPhone X benefit. 6. Pre-install iOS 11 with updated Siri is one of selling points and pros in iPhone X. 7. Users will benefit from iPhone X enhanced storage and memory, possibly starting with 64GB ROM and 3GB RAM to do many multitasks. 810 NMA10X or A11 processor for easy and faster multitask experience. 9. Water resistance, up to 30 minutes in 5 feet of water without error. 10. Take advantages of iPhone X Apple Pencil to communicate with the screen and system. 11. One of the greatest pros with iPhone X is dual lens camera that is likely in a vertical orientation. 12. You can get attracted by iPhone X new color called blush gold. 13. iPhone X advantages over other phones with its support of animojis that can mimic your movements. 14. The portrait lighting in iPhone X is another advantage, which helps to apply different lighting effects to facial contours. iPhone X disadvantages, or cons. 1. One of the biggest iPhone X weaknesses is its full glass display is fragile and prone to break. 2. No iris scanner available in iPhone X's disadvantages over Samsung Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus. 3. Annoying iOS 11 bugs and problems are bound to a few weaknesses for iPhone X. 4. iPhone X might be thicker and heavier than its predecessor iPhone 7. 5. No headphone jack is doomed as one of iPhone X cons. 6. Wireless charging works at around 15 feet or less distance. 7. No breakthrough on battery life issue. Battery drain issue is still iPhone X's main defect. 8. iPhone X cites in bad situation for its high price tag, from $900 to $1,100. 9. Limited option in colors, black, silver and blush gold. 10. Weird and ugly vertical design for dual lens camera. Compared with iPhone 7 Plus, iPhone X's dual lens camera makes no big difference from iPhone 7 except for the locating orientation. 11. The lack of USB-C is iPhone X demerit. 12. iPhone X goes to black screen sometimes, a major disadvantages in iPhone X and previous models. 13. iPhone X replaces Touch ID with Face ID, which is one of iPhone X cons as some users may get used to unlocking phones with fingerprints. 14. It's disappointing to see iPhone X lacks split tasking, another feature iPhone X disadvantages over Android. Part 2, 6 iPhone X strengths and weaknesses you don't know. Besides the above-mentioned iPhone X pros and cons list you may know, the following part will contain the intriguing features that are regarded as the strengths in iPhone X, along with the drawbacks iPhone X shall exclude in the future. iPhone X Pros. Number 1, Inductive charging. Wireless charging is a known advantage in iPhone X actually on a metal back. Plus, a thin sheet of graphite will be incorporated in iPhone X to protect the 3D touch sensor from the heat generated by wireless charging. iPhone X will merit for the resonant inductive coupling that makes a long-distance charging in reality, though it is said to be a year or more away. iPhone X Pros Number 2, unlock iPhone X in milliseconds. Face ID is doomed to be one of iPhone X advantages. Bloomberg tips iPhone X will be unlocked within milliseconds, attributing to its facial recognition feature, which proves to be a worthy alternative to Touch ID that is said to be on the back of iPhone X. It even allows you to access your personal data auto-filling information in Safari. You shall bear in mind Face ID is only available in iPhone X. iPhone X Pros Number 3, software upgrade. Software update can be iPhone X's killer feature and one of the biggest iPhone X Pros. There are plenty of advantages coming with iOS 11. For example, developers will take advantages of iPhone X ARKit to create augmented reality apps for iPhone X/8/7/6s, akin to Pokemon Go. You will benefit from iPhone X ARKit to get a lot more immersive in, for example, Apple Maps flyover feature. The HEVC/HEIF camera formats in iOS 11 are proven to save you 50% on storage, without any loss of image quality. This is one of the big edge tools in low-capacity iPhones. Specifically, you can take advantages of iPhone X camera to take more photos without worry about any iPhone storage full problem. Besides, it can record iPhone X screen without any third-party app. iPhone X Cons Number 1, format restrictions. Like many other smartphones, iPhone X's disadvantages in limited format support. So far, it can only recognize AAC, MP3, Apple Lossless, AC3, AIFF, WAV audio formats and Play H.264/MPEG-4 video up to 4K, M4V, MP4, and MOV file formats. That is to say, iPhone X won't to play MKV, AVI, or other videos formats excluded from the supported format list. You can avoid the iPhone X shortcoming by converting AVI, MKV, WMV, etc. to iPhone X MP4, MOV, or M4V formats in order to have a smooth playback, with the aid of a video converter. iPhone X Cons Number 2, difficult to transfer files to / from computer. Apple makes it difficult to transfer data between iPhone and computer directly unless you rely on iTunes. Now with iPhone X disadvantages still available as in iPhone 7/6s/6. But iTunes' various drawbacks such as slowing down computer, complicated operation, putting you in risk of data loss, etc. urge you to search for an iTunes alternative to get rid of the iPhone X cons and disadvantages and transfer data to iPhone X with ease. iPhone Cons, fast battery drain. iPhone X Cons Number 3, fast battery drain. Fast battery drain is always one of iPhone drawbacks, and iPhone X is no exception. Even though iPhone X is equipped with a longer battery life to entice those with old iPhones to upgrade, the 2900 mAh isn't suffice for augmented reality task, 4K recording/streaming, or other heavy data consumption tasks. Some users' event report iPhone X exhausts even when there is 30% of battery left. Plus, the lack of non-removable battery is also one of the main iPhone X disadvantages, which means you cannot remove the battery even when there is a problem with it. Part 3, how iPhone X advantages and disadvantages over Galaxy Note 8. Samsung Galaxy Note 8 is up against iPhone X this September. Just take a look at the iPhone X pros and cons compared with Galaxy Note 8 and see if iPhone X is at greater advantages than Note 8. How iPhone X edges out Galaxy Note 8. 1. OS. iPhone X brings us so many advantages, with iOS 11 being one of the major strengths. It introduces a lot of upgrades including Siri, Maps, Camera, Apple Pay used for transferring money within a simple tap, and new technology called HEIF to reduce the amount of space used by photographs. While owners of Galaxy Note 8 will be stuck on Android Aria. 2. AR. iPhone X is betting more on AR to get advantages over Samsung, which is strong for VR record. Since Note 8 hasn't exploited yet, iPhone X enabling you to create a richer virtual experience will for sure gains ground in this part. How iPhone X loses ground. 1. Price. iPhone X is at a disadvantage compared with Galaxy Note 8 when it comes to price. The former is priced between $999 to $1,149 in US, $130 higher than the 256GB iPhone 7 Plus, in limited quantities, due to the higher manufacturing costs. While Galaxy Note 8 is expected to be priced in the $999 range, as expensive as iPhone X. 2. No support for microSD. iPhone X is bound to a few weaknesses such as the lack of microSD card that lead you to turn to Note 8. iPhone X sticks with 3GB of RAM while Note 8 advantages over iPhone X, which come with 6GB of RMA and a microSD card slot. So you won't enjoy the Galaxy Note 8 benefits in iPhone X to extend memory space.